Why is its collar off? Did that happen when you attempted to add him to your collective conscious?
Kanan is startled to hear Salix's voice through his body and is shocked to realize that he himself is unable to speak nor move.
Your work, of course, astounds me. The scientists that made me and my brother are truly inferior to yours. But in my defense, only to the point of it coming to its high.
Salix says, every word sending vibrations across Kanan's body as his mind raced to make sense of the situation.
A tie, you say?
The man says, spinning around, unable to contain the joy of the flattery laid so heavily upon him.
In what way do you mean?
This priest of yours, as you call them, had removed its collar before I found it.
Salix's voice echoes around the lab, vibrating equipment of various marvelous varieties, enough to make any man of scientific thought quiver at the thought of merely being in the equipment's vicinity. The man stops and stares at Kanan Salix's body.
That's impossible,
He says, walking towards the medical readouts, his eyes flying over the screen, searching for something to explain this impossibility before him.
In all my tests, there has never been a priest that could remove its collar. I removed all sentient thought and free will in each unit.
The man says. Salix hesitates a moment and says,
It spoke to me.
He pauses.
It spoke to me, Remy.
He says again. The man called Remy slowly turns to face him.
Have you been taking medication that could cause you to hallucinate?
He asks Salix.
You don't understand. It can speak right now. The only reason it is not is for the fact that I am suppressing its talking function.
Salix replies, now more curious than before. Remy steps closer to the table and softly says,
Let me speak to it.
Kanan is uncomfortable, worried, and confused. He did not wish to speak to Remy.
Can you hear me and respond to my voice?
Remy asks. Kanan's mind is afire with questions, but cannot bring himself to speak.
Salix, release its talking function,
Remy says, a twinge of irritation and doubt coating his voice.
I have.
Salix says.
I believe we have scared it.
Remy scoffs with an accompanying mocking laugh.
Now you say it has emotions? Now I know you have lost your mind. What happened to Z?
Kanan's voice says, stopping Remy in his tracks. His expression frozen on his face, Remy finds himself unable to turn around.
That's impossible,
He mutters again. Salix's voice answers Kanan.
I have been pretending to be Z. Unfortunately, that creature was used by Remy to make the biometal AI suit currently around our body. All that remains is his memory.
Remy brings himself to turn back to the table.
Yes, I only built it to integrate with Salix's genetics, though, not yours. I expect you've been in terrible pain this whole time.
Remy grins sadistically at Kanan.
I can't wait to harvest your data.
At this moment, the door to the lab opens and Maxis enters with armed escort.
Remy, my dear, dear Remy,
Maxis says with words of silk.
You can't abduct my favorite head scientist and expect me not to notice. I was wondering what you were planning.
Maxis pauses, looking at the table.
You told me all the priests, as you like to call them, were dead, and yet you've been hiding this one from me.
Remy is staring at Maxis with a fake smile, eyes glittering with dark malice.
Truth be told, I did not know it was a priest until it arrived. I was curious about any creature that could break my access security codes.
Remy says with a distaste in his mouth. Kanan has been having very mixed feelings about the events unfolding and the secrets disclosed in such a careless manner. Do you wish to autogate? A notification asks in his vision.
You fool, Remy. You didn't deactivate the autogate function.
Salix declares.
This priest is about to transfer himself away.
Remy smiles, not looking away from Maxis, whom was rushing to the technician's station to cancel Kanan's autogate.
I dare say I'm glad I did not turn it off. In the least to keep it from your hands.
He says to Maxis, a cold smile upon his lips.
Unbind me from this biological prison.
Salix pleads with Remy.
Hopefully we will meet again,
Remy says, grinning down at Kanan and Salix's body.
So many experiments for us to do.